Yo, yo, yo. What up, Comic Sense crowd, community, crew? We are back again with another episode of Focus. That is Final Order Cutoff, Uncanny Spec. Um, we are looking at key books, first cover appearances, first appearances, or what have you for FOC for 7/11/2022. Four books releasing 3 weeks from today. That is for FOC 7/11/2022. Four books releasing 3 weeks from today. We are simulcasting live from YouTube and on Facebook. So if you are on Facebook, that is dope. Shout out to you all. Head on over to YouTube at some point, like, subscribe to the channel, peep the scroll at the bottom of the screen. If you are watching on YouTube, absolutely find us on Facebook, like our page, subscribe to our page, join our group, Comic Sense on Facebook. So then, this is a very, very, very hot FOC for those who are tuning in for the first time or who will be watching this for the first time. Again, we are Comic Sense. We cover key books, spec books, first appearances, first cover appearances. That is what we cover. If you are interested in finding out what's happening in the next issue or every issue of Miles Morales, you should probably look elsewhere. Although we do cover things like Miles Morales, I'm just using that as an example. We again are only going to focus on key books, key cover appearances, key first appearances. So that's what it is. This is Final Order Cutoff Uncanny Spec, where every Tuesday morning we take you right inside of Diamond. We show you all of the things. We get into all of the things. Again, this isn't something that you have to watch live. You can watch it at any point in time during this 3-week period. Shout out to everyone that is in the chat. Trobes, Jason Robinson, shout out to you all. We are going to get into it. This is going to be a dope week. So let's go over to Diamond and let's get started. So then, first things first. So the first book we have, and this is a really, really, really interesting, a really cool book. Actually, we're going to pop it up like this first and foremost. This is L's #1. As you see, the diamond code, purple triangle. That purple triangle indicates that this book is already out of stock. The purple triangle legitimately means back order, out of stock. This is L's #1 from Ablaze. Let me make sure you guys get the big screen treatment now. So this is L's #1 from Ablaze. We're going to start off with the 1 in 30 copy incentive because Ablaze likes to do things like 1 in 30s, 1 in 20s, 1 in 10s. So back order, not stocked. This is the 1 in 30 cover by Evelyn Stockert. And there you have your really cool 1 in 30 cover of L's #1, Evelyn Stockert cover. And then you have a 1 in 20 copy. This is a Gustavo Duarte cover, Virgin cover, 1 in 20 copy, also back order, not stocked, of L's #1. Then you have your 1 in 10 copy, all virgins, 1 in 30, 1 in 20, 1 in 10, all virgin covers. That is a full color version of the 1 in 30 virgin variant by Stockert or Stokart. And of course, you have your $10 blank cover of L's #1. Big on Ablaze is really big on these $10 blanks. Very big on the the $10 blank. See that? $10. Very big. And then here's your Duarte cover B. Notice the theme here. That is your cover B of L's #1. And then you have a Stokart cover A. And we're going to peep the preview game as well because there is a preview for this book. Again, when you are ordering on FOC, you know, we like to spec. We always say that several things go into spec to include educated guesswork. But when they give you the information, you are supposed to take advantage of the information. Previews oftentimes give you information. Every once in a while, they may show you a character that you have not seen before. I'm telling you, if you're ordering books, peep the previews. So then, that is your Stockard cover A. And what do we have here? This is written by Kid Toussaint, cover artist Evelyn Stockard. Elle is just another teenage girl most of the time. Bubbly and good-natured, she wastes no time making friends on her first day at her new school. But Elle has a secret. She hasn't come alone. She's brought with her a colorful mix of personalities which come out when she least expected. Who is Elle, really? And will her new friends stand by her when they find out the truth? Ablaze proudly presents Elves, a vibrant, entertaining new series for readers of all ages, featuring brilliant Pixar reminiscent art from Evelyn Stockard and a gripping story by Kid Toussaint that brings moments of real emotion, mystery, and intrigue and humor together during the epic highs and lows of high school. This is Elves #1. It's gone. It's not in stock. Listen, get to your local comic shop. Tell them I want Elves. Are you getting Elves? Look at these interiors. This preview game. We're gonna peep it. It's really dope. Really dope interiors. Like, what's going on? She's floating. She's got like some astro chains on. She's breaking the chains. What's happening? Is this something like, I wonder if this is one of her personalities that she has locked away in her mind? And if so, what type of personality does she have that she keeps locked in chains? So, L is #1. That opening, if that's the opening page, that page is dope. That page says a lot. So that is L's #1, back order, out of stock, gone. Cannot reorder this book. It is gone. Next, from Aftershock, we have another Aftershock book. Aftershock is dope, high quality books. So yeah, we're gonna couple of the most recent Aftershock books did get optioned. This is Vineyards #1 from Aftershock. I'm sorry. Diamond doesn't like the S. So this is Vineyard #1 from Aftershock. You are going to get a 1 in 15 copy incentive. A very, very, very interesting cover here. This is by Sammy Cavella. This is the Sammy Cavella 1 in 15 ratio variant. And then you get your standard cover A, as always is the case with Aftershock, also by Sammy Cavella. Another interesting cover. I wonder who the colorist is on this book. This is written by Brian Hawkins with art and cover art by Sammy Cavella. The Vineyard is a family-owned winery that sows and reaps by the blessings of the great god of wine and revelry, Dionysus. However, or Dionysus, however you want to pronounce it. However, the vine's family's patron god requires complete devotion in the form of 4 sacrificial killings a year before each harvest. This has been done in unfettered obedience. But all of that changed when the family's patriarch, Didash, Didash Vines was in a horrible accident that left him paralyzed and in a wheelchair. Now the sacrificial and murderous duties of the Vines family have fallen to wife and matriarch Maranatha Vines. Anathema Maranatha. Anyway, with harvest season fast approaching and the family short of their annual sacrificial killings, Maranatha's struggle with her conscience puts all of her family, husband, son, and daughter in jeopardy. This is Vineyard #1. Very interesting. They worship the Greek god Dionysus, however you want to pronounce the Greek god of wine. They worship him. He requires 4 sacrifices a year, every year. They obey without fail until now. Might want to peep this book. Sounds very interesting. Also, back order, not stocked. Gone. It is gone. Back order, not stocked. Generally, that means, yeah, they printed a certain amount of copies and we as retailers ordered them up. So you definitely want to make sure you have Vineyard #1 on your pull list. Call up your local comic shop. Tell them you want Vineyard #1. AWA, Artists, Writers, and Artisans. New book #1. Can't scream enough. Cannot scream enough. You should be buying indie #1s. You should be buying AWA #1s. Also, back order, not stocked. AWA has told us. They've been telling us consistently in the back of every #1 issue. Axel Alonso, they created and formed this company for writers, our artists, writers, and artisans. Their goal is to be developed in other forms of media. If you are collecting for investment purposes, do not leave AWA #1s on the table. I cannot stress this enough. If you are collecting for investment purposes, shout out to you, Peter. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Shout out to you, Rich. Do not leave AWA #1. We have 3 AWA books that are already optioned now. Chariot, Devil's Highway, and now Hotel, HOTELL, Hotel Hell. now also option. So again, I cannot continue to scream. Do not leave AWA #1 books on the table. This is the Mike Deodato B cover of Sacrament #1. Wow. What do we got going on here? He's not on an upside down cross. He is upside down on a cross. Peter Milligan is writing this thing too, so you already know what time it is. That is Mike Deodato's B cover. And this is the Frusin, Marcelo Frusin A cover. I mean, look what we got going on here. There is that symbology here in the title. So, written by Peter Milligan, cover artist Marcelo Frusin. The Exorcist meets Alien in this sci-fi humor story. In the year 3000, mankind abandoned Earth and fled into outer space. Now, a disgraced priest called into action to perform an exorcism on a remote space colony is about to discover that no matter how far you run, you can't escape your demons, and the devil is, in fact, real. Back order out of stock on Sacrament. Gone. Gone, gone, gone. I'm just throwing that out there at you. Like, we're telling you, talk to your people. You need to make some phone calls. You got to call some people. Call them up. Tell them, yo, I want Sacrament. Order these indie books, local comic shops. Shout out to local comic shops. Order these indie books. We want them on our pull list. We were watching Focus. That is Final Order Cutoff, Uncanny Spec. We saw the AWA book. We want it. So then, next, we are going to boom, and we have one of our favorite books here at Comic Sense, Basilisk. This is number 9. I don't know why I put number 1. I'm sorry. This is Basilisk number 10. Basilisk number 10. So we are getting a 25 copy incentive by Suk, Yungun Suk. Nope, I'm sorry, Ryan Suk. So also back order not stocked on the 1 in 25. That thing is gone. That is a really cool cover. Very, very, very cool cover. The B cover also by Ryan Suk. Same thing, back order not stocked. Same cover, just with the trade dress. And of course, the Sharf A cover. This is by Jonas Sharf. Very reminiscent of Basilisk number 1 from last year. So, written by the hardest working writer in comics, Cullen Bunn. Cover artist, Jonas Sharf. The unspeakable horrors of the commune's past are finally reviewed. We're getting origin stories here. While Hannah and Regan flee from dangerous men in pursuit, will Hannah manage to reach Vanessa? And will she even agree with what it will cost her? Also, back order not stocked. Basilisk, gone. Back order not stocked. A lot of back order not stocked books these week, especially on the indie side. That is pretty cool. Big, big, big book coming up from Boom. Boom's highest selling title to date. Listen, it is the gift that keeps on giving. Grimm number 1 went back to print for a 4th time. And we got it. You want it. Back order not stocked. Already gone for sure. You need to knock on doors. Beat the doors down. Tell the people we want Grimm number 1 4th print. Hope your comic book store ordered it. It should be on your pull list. Stephanie Phillips, cover artist, Flaviano. I mean, what are we doing here? There it is. That is Grimm number 1, the 4th print. You get a duplication of the A cover of the 1st print, but with a yellow logo. So that kind of stands out. We already know what this thing is about. Jessica Hero is dead, but her journey has only just begun. Discover the world of the afterlife where Jessica has been recruited as a Reaper, tasked with ferrying countless souls to their final destination. But unlike the rest of the Reapers, she has no memory of what killed her and put her into this predicament. In order to unravel the mystery of her own demise, she'll have to solve an even bigger one. Where is the actual Grim Reaper? We love Stephanie Phillips. Shout out to Western New York writers and artists. Shout out to Stephanie Phillips. She is awesome. Check out Comic Sense's video covering Grim on YouTube and on our Facebook page with Issue X and Comic Sam's. Check that out. You need some more insight into the dope world of Grimm. So, did I miss a preview? Hold on just a second. Let's just make sure I didn't miss a preview for you guys? No, we didn't. Okay, because I want to make sure you guys get to see all of the previews. We love being able to take you into Diamond because book in print next to Monstrous from Image Comics is Once in Future. Dope book. Here's the 1 in 25. This is by Yejin Park. That is a 1 in 25 of Once in Future. Really cool. Really, really cool. And then you have your 10 copy incentive. Generally, they're black and white. The kings are undead. And then you have your connecting cover. And that cover is by Dan Mora, as is the 1 in 10. The Dan Mora cover, best colorist in comics, Tamra Bonvillain, and Kieran Gillen, who's killing it over on Immortal X-Men, I will say. Anyway, so Kieran Gillen is the writer, artist, cover artist, Dan Mora. Vengeance on the Arthurs proves to be exactly what it takes to bring Mary and Bridget together despite years of strife. Will their reunion survive the battles to come, or is this merely another ploy to split the women apart once more? The main cover connects to the covers for issues 29 and 30, creating an epic piece of artwork celebrating the entire run of this iconic fantasy series. Out of stock. You should have Once in Future on your pull list. Low print run, great story. First 15 issues, key after key after key after key after key after key after key. First appearance after first appearance after first appearance after first appearance in the first 3 arcs of Once in Future. It should be on your pull list. If you can track down back issues of Once in Future, now is the time to do it. Now is the time. Will this is an epic tale. You're getting your Robin Hoods, your Green Knights, your Lancelots, your Arthurs, you're getting Beowulf, you're getting all of the things. Epic fantasy. Excalibur's up in this joint. Like, all of the things are up in this joint. You got Bridget, who might be one of the best characters to drop in 2019. She's like an 80-year-old grandma and has shotgun, will travel, and she'll shoot you. No joke. Listen, could we see this thing optioned? I'm betting the answer is yes. And when it does, I'm telling you, you're going to regret not having Once in Future. So then we're going to get into the next book from Dark Horse Comics. We got a couple books coming up from Dark Horse Comics, so we're going to get into those. No preview on this thing. So we will go right into Dark Horse Comics. And from Dark Horse Comics, we have a new book in the world of Hellboy. It isn't Hellboy, but it certainly is in the world. It is called Frankenstein New World. Are we saying I spelled Frankenstein wrong? Of course I didn't. So this is a Mike Mignola book. You're getting 2 covers. Back order, not stocked. I wonder what's going on with this. That is Frankenstein New World, number 1, cover cover B by Mike Mignola. And then you have your Peter Bergting cover, which is really cool. Frankenstein New World, writer Mike Mignola and various artists. Cover artist Peter Bergting, safely tucked away inside the hollow earth where humanity survived after Ragnarok. Precious young Leah receives visions of a new darkness taking root on the surface. Defying her elders, Leah awakens the timeless oracle once known as Frankenstein to investigate the warnings and perhaps even explore the new world above. Frankenstein New World from Mike Mignola, Thomas Sniegoski, Christopher Golden, and artist Peter Bergting explores a new chapter in the world of Hellboy. So it is in the world of Hellboy. You're getting some firsts, if that matters to you, from Dark Horse Hellboy books. Those who follow Hellboy, those who follow Dark Horse. Key book for sure. Frankenstein New World, number 1. And next, we have a really cool book called Survival Street from Dark Horse Comics. This is Survival Street from Dark Horse Comics, 2 covers. I wonder if this is a mistake. Like everything is back order, out of stock. Everything. I don't know if this is the case, but appears to be the case. Really cool cover here. This is by Ben Dewey. Very, very cool cover of Survival Street. I'm gonna show that once more by Ben Dewey. It's like Elmo meets Mad Max Oscar the Grouch, or Oscar the Grouch from Fallout 4. Very, very cool cover. And then you have the Kusanov cover. This is the Abile Kusanov cover, Survival Street. Very Sesame Street-esque covers for sure. Can you tell me how to get to Survival Street? It's a not so sunny day. Survival Street is written by James Asmus and Jim Festante with art and cover art by Abile Kusanov. Survival Street is an unrepentant action satire tearing through a dystopia packed with economic and humanistic cautionary tales. After an unbridled wave of corporations take over America, the country is left completely deregulated and effectively carved up into feudal states where billionaires and businesses make their own laws. Among the wreckage, mass privatization shuts down public broadcasting, forcing all the beloved edutainers out on the down and dirty streets. One group of them stick together, determined to keep helping kids across the country, and do it by becoming an A-Team-esque band of mercenaries fighting for and educating kids in the crumbling corporate war zone of New Best America. So, this is Survival Street. We got Muppet warfare and like New Best America, post-apocalyptic Muppet warfare, Survival Street. Listen. Really, really feeling this thing. I like this book from Dark Horse. Again, I've been saying it. Make your phone calls, call your people, get into your local comic shop, get this thing put on your pull list. Make sure that people on your pull list, or excuse me, that your local comic shops are pulling these books, that they're ordering these books. Back order, out of stock. Somebody ordered it. We're going to get back into it. We're going to get right back at it because we got some dope stuff coming from Marvel. This is a really dope week. Really, really dope week. So we're going to get back into it. All right, then. The next book coming from IDW is True Cult. True spelled with a V. Cult spelled with a V. Yep, that's how you spell it. And you're getting 3 covers. It is still in stock, has not shipped yet. You are getting a Fabian Lillet cover. That is Fabian Lillet, True Cult. Cover C. You are getting a Maria Lovett cover. Cover B. Man, the headless girl on the ground. What are we doing? Is this her mask or something? What are we doing? IDW original. And then cover A is by Liana Kangas, True Cult. So then, what is this book about? Well, it is written by Scott Bryan Wilson with art and cover art by Liana Kangas. So, Marty Tarantella has been flipping burgers for 15 years. He has no kids, no hobbies, no love interests, and essentially no life. But what he does have is a plan to change everything. Years of watching the daily rhythms of the neighboring stores has given Marty the idea for a perfect heist. But when he accidentally steals a supernatural weapon from a cult full of violent lunatics, the resulting satanic panic will be way above his minimum wage pay grade. Nothing can prepare you for the coming of True Cult, a deliciously horrifying and hilarious new series. Still in stock. Actually, the blue triangle means it hasn't shipped yet, as indicated by the words hasn't shipped. So then, this is True Cult #1 coming from IDW, and we're moving on to Image. Image has more than a few books you want to be looking for in 3 weeks. Image has more than a few books. So first, they have a follow-up to a very dope story they dropped in 2018, 2019, called 20XX. This was a very good story. Very, very good story, actually. 20XX. They were given superpowers after a virus destroyed or killed much of the population of Earth. This is a one-shot 20XXX transport. It is out of stock. It is a follow-up. So this is 20XXX transport by Jonathan Luna. Writer, artist, cover artist, Jonathan Luna. 20XXX Transport debuted on Jonathan Luna's social media, where his audience had the ability to vote and change the course of the story. From the futuristic yet grounded world of 20XX, a teenage boy with illegal telekinetic abilities in Anchorage, Alaska, tries to save his classmates on a school bus from a group of hijackers. Presented in full color. Of course, the original series was also presented in full color. Very cool series. If you want to go back and find it or find a trade paperback, it was really, really, really cool. Just want to check out True Cult again in case I missed a preview that may have been available. Did not. All right. So next from Image Comics is from the land of the Tiny Onion, James Tynion's The Closet #3, the final issue in the Closet series. I forgot. Diamond doesn't like the. They just like Closet. So this is the final issue. Final issue in the Closet series by James Tynion. So we're going to scroll down here and look for Closet 2 of 3, Closet 1 of 3, Closet 3 of 3. And we're going to open this up a little bit more because there are at least 3 covers. The 1 in 50, the 1 in 25, cover A. So we have the 50 copy incentive by Tansy Zanyik. This is the 50 copy incentive of The Closet #3, James Tynion. And then we have the 1 in 25 copy incentive, which is very cool. And that is by Zanyik as well. Excuse me, by Martin Simmons. Yep, Martin Simmons is doing that joint. And then we have the Fullerton cover A. So what do we got? We got writer James Tynion IV, artist Gavin Fullerton and Chris O'Halloran, and cover artist Gavin Fullerton. This is the miniseries finale. The tale of existential familial horror by James Tynion concludes here. The cross-country move continues to torment both father and son, who just wanted to leave past hauntings behind them. Might they still find escape on the West Coast? So then, this is back order out of stock as well. This is The Closet #3 from James Tynion. That is that. We are moving on to Dead Lucky #1. We told you. We told you. We told you. We told you. Listen, Kyle Higgins, the Radiant Black Massive Verse. We said it last year when Radiant Black dropped, a hit from Image Comics. We said it. Don't leave the Radiant universe on the table. Do not leave the Massive Verse on the table. Listen. Take a good look at my face. Do not leave the Massive Verse on the table. Go back, get Radiant Black #1, get the subsequent prints. You want every issue of Radiant Black. Tons of first appearances. You want Supermassive. You definitely want the Supermassive one-shot because it gives you the first appearance of Rogue Sun. It gives you the first appearance of Inferno Girl Red, and it gives you the first appearance of these characters from this Dead Lucky series that is dropping. It gives you their first appearances from Dead Lucky. So what do we have by way of Dead Lucky #1? We have a 1 in 50 copy incentive by David LaFuente and Miguel Muerto. There it is. That is your really cool 1 in 50 copy incentive. Then we have 1 in 25 copy incentives. That one is by Tom Whalen. That is the 1 in 25. We have a 1 in 10 copy incentive by Eleonora Carlini. We have a Sabatini, Federico Sabatini and Mafaria, cover B. Yeah. Dead Lucky. And then we have a cover A by French Carlo Magno. This is the series premiere. We got a preview. We're going to peep the preview game as always. So then, San Francisco is changing. I'm sorry. This is written by Melissa Flores, artist, cover artist, French Carlo Magno. San Francisco is changing. Tech consortium Morrow is building the city of the future with peacekeeper robots looming on every corner, and wherever Morrow isn't, the Salvation Gang is. Bibiana Lopez Yang is changing too. She came back from Afghanistan with PTSD and the ability to control electrical currents. If she can hold it together, she might be the hero San Francisco needs. But against an enemy this big, it isn't enough to be good. She'll have to be lucky. So we got Rogue Sun, we got Inferno Girl Red, we got the entire Radiant Black team. And now we're getting Bibiana Lopez Yang, first appearance in Supermassive, the Supermassive one-shot. She's got electrical powers and PTSD. This superhero universe is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. If you're not in, get in. Peep the preview game. Here we have it. You want an advanced preview? Supermassive one-shot. Supermassive one-shot. There's your advanced preview. But we're getting a preview of number 1 here. I'm really loving the way this universe is forming, developing, coming together. Really, really dope. Kyle Higgins is on point. He had a vision and he stuck with it. One of the definitive writers on Power Rangers. And he's also writing Ordinary Gods, which in my opinion is one of the best books out on the low. 8 billion genies. Aren't you glad you had 8 billion genies on your pull list, with the 8 billion genies universe being developed by Amazon Prime? So with 8 billion people, with 8 billion genies, you got at least 8 billion stories that you can choose to tell. Come on. This is what we're doing. Oh, 8 billions. Let's keep it real. So 8 billion genies went back to print. If you missed it the first time, if you got it the first, back order out of stock. If you got 8 billion genies the first time around, fortify your investment with the subsequent print. This is 8 billion genies, number 1, second print. It is back in print. It is out of stock. Listen, number 2 of 8 billion genies is another book that you want. Why? Because it was severely underordered. Severely underordered. Severe. Nobody saw it coming. Comic Sense saw it coming. We made sure to tell you on an episode of Focus about 8 billion genies. Make sure you get 8 billion genies. Do not leave these indie number 1s on the table. We screamed it to the heavens. We stood on the highest mountain. We had a choir in the background. 8 billion. Anyway, so this is written by Charles Soule, artist, cover artist, Ryan Brown. It is the series premiere. If you had one wish, what would you wish for? Now, what if everyone else had one wish too? That's 8 billion genies, the new 8-issue series from Charles Soule and Ryan Brown. At exactly the same moment, everyone on Earth gets a genie in one wish. All hell breaks loose in a very entertaining way. And that's just the beginning. Buckle in for the wildest ride of the year. The second print is gone. It already pieced out. Make sure you have 8 billion genies number 1 on your pull list. If you want, we can look at the preview again. Those are the little genies. Make sure you have this thing on your pull list, please. Make sure you call up somebody and say, hey, 8 billion genies number 1 went back to print. Make sure I got a copy of my pull list. Throwing that out there. Not a book you want to leave on the table. That is 8 billion genies number 1. Sticking with Image. Sticking with Image. We have another book coming from Image, a new number 1 called Golden Rage. Again, you never know what's going to happen with these books. Nobody saw what happened with 8 billion genies. And then, so anytime you get a Tula Lotte cover, you know you're getting something dope. And there's a dope Tula Lotte cover B. Golden Rage, number 1, coming from Image Comics. Tula Lotte always kills it on her covers. Tula Lotte. So this is the Lauren Knight cover of Golden Rage, like the little grandma bracelet. So written by Chrissy Williams, cover artist Lauren Knight. It is a mini-series premiere in a world where older women who've been deemed useless to society are abandoned on an island. Golden Rage documents their golden years of making friends, baking dessert, and fighting to the death. So, old women, this is Battle Royal with old people. This is Senior Citizen Battle Royal. I'm in on Senior Citizen Battle Royal. I'm in on Senior Citizen Battle Royal. I'm feeling Senior Citizen Battle. I'm all in up on, listen, old women on an island, baking cakes, knitting, establishing new friendships, popping each other. Do you see the morbid film dropping on Hulu somewhere down the line? Let's get back to it. We are going to get back to it. First of all, let me show you this preview. That's what we're going to do. We're going to look at this preview. Love the colors. Wonder who did this. Again, very reminiscent of Tamra Bond villain. We got brolic old lady. She been working out. So that's what we get from the previews. This is Golden Rage. They are raging into their golden years. It's what they're doing. So next book, again from Image. We are almost at the end of the miniseries. This is Twig number 4 from Scotty, from Scotty Young, and also back order not stocked. So here's the 100 copy incentive by Scotty Young. That one is probably one of the coolest 1 in 100s in my opinion. Twig lost in what appears to be a snowstorm. Here's the 1 in 50 Virgin with a little bit of color by Scotty Young. And then we have the 1 in 25 Momoko. And then we have the Strom 1 in 10 Virgin. Very cool. That is the Strom, Kyle Strom 1 in 10 Virgin. And obviously Momoko on the C cover. And Scotty Young on the B cover. And Strom again on cover A. So, Scotty Young, cover artist Kyle Strom, following their encounter with the Horned Beast, adventurers Twig and Splat must figure out how to travel the location of the final item. To the location of the final item. But with basically everything trying to kill them along the way, will they live long enough to get to the moon? Part 4 of the new series from Eisner Award-winning writer Scotty Young and artist Kyle Strom. So, back order not stocked, Twig number 4 from Image Comics. That having been said, we are going to move into the little company that could Opus Incendium is not going away until they go away. It's what it is. Not going away until they go away. If you have not been buying Frank Frazetta, Death Dealer, you should be buying Frank Frazetta, Death Dealer. It has gone back to print once again. It is the final print. It is the 4th and final print of Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer. Also back order, not stocked. Here you go. There's your Daniel Brereton cover of Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer number 1, 4th print. It's gone. Do I need to read it? Mitch Iverson, Stefano Martino, Daniel Brereton. Frank Frazetta's legendary creation Death Dealer returns to life in collaboration with Frazetta Girls, Mitch Iverson, Stefano Martino, and Luis Antonio Delgado. They bring you the first salvo in a major launch of new related titles featuring characters envisioned by the godfather of fantasy art. This special 4th and final printing features a new cover by Dan Brereton. 4th final printing. That's it. No more prints. Period. Point blank. Frank Frazetta, Death Dealer, Opus Incendium. Next, From Scout, we have an interesting book. I don't really know what to make of it yet. Got to read it. Intend to read it. Looking forward to reading it. This is called Phantasmagoria, which is the name, right? Like, this is not new, not original. Phantasmagoria #1 from Scout. There is a true 1 in 10. It is a Black Caravan book. Here is your David Rubin. It is a Joseph Smallkey's Black Caravan line. That is your David Rubin 1 in 10. It is a true 1 in 10. And then you have your Bocardo, Joe Bocardo, cover B of Phantasmagoria. And then you have your Angel Hernandez, cover A. I am partial to the cover A. No, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. That's from Amigo. That's a different book. We're still here. So you just have your cover A and your 1 in 10. We are here. Why I pulled this one up, forgive me. Diamond, tripping, slipping is what it is. Phantasmagoria is a Black Caravan book written by L. Torres, cover artist Joe Bocardo. In the Victorian London, an intruder from the outer has been summoned, leaving behind a series of gruesome killings. The mysterious Professor Hawk helps the possessed Jane Grantley to get rid of the creature. Hawk is an old, powerful wizard, but he's not the only wizard in London, and the others may not be on his side. Back order not stocked. This is Phantasmagoria #1. Now, Marvel. I'm going to peep the comments really quick. Going to kick it with the people really quick, and then we're going to get in Marvel, and we're going to get up out of here. So shout out to everyone in the comments. Trobes, Jason, Rich, Peter. Shout out to you all. Again, peep the scroll at the bottom of the screen. Like and follow Comic Sense on Facebook, and join our Comic Sense Facebook group. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Like and follow Comic Sense's page on Facebook, and join the Comic Sense group. Go to YouTube, open up a video, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down, click subscribe. Just don't do nothing. There is that. Let's get back into this. So, from Marvel Comics, here's the big one. A couple big ones, but here's the big one. Yes. This is big. It's big. You may not think it's big. I think it's big. This is, for you Spidey fans out there, Amazing Spider-Man #7. Yes, Spider-Man is getting a new costume. Yes, Spider-Man has gotten new costumes before. What is the difference with this one? Well, there's a new Spidey book dropping with Mark Bagley back on creative. And he has already come out and told us that the new costume will, on some level, play a part in this new book. So then we have Amazing Spider-Man #7. We have a 1 in 20. Oh, it's already got a. Where's that 1 in 25 at? The Gleason 1 in 25 of Amazing Spider-Man #7, featuring featuring Vulture chewing through the mask. Chewing through Peter's mask. And then we have the cover you probably want if you are specking, investment, all of that good things. You have the first cover appearance of the costume. There it is on Patrick Gleason's 1 in 10 design variant. And then you have the Corey Smith Predator variant. And of course, you have your cover A, which John Romita. So, writer Zeb Wells, artist Patrick Gleason, cover artist John Romita. Norman Osborn is back, but what does he have planned for Spider-Man? One of the biggest Spidey status quo changes in years is here. Amazing Spider-Man #7, key book dropping from Marvel. Avengers. We've been copping Avengers since like issue 52 because they just keep dropping first appearances. The last 2 issues, you got tons of first appearances in 57, 58. You are getting Ghost Ronin. It does not stop. 59, Avengers 59. We are getting first appearances. We are getting cover appearances. Avengers 59. Listen, this is a Spec stream. We're talking about Spec. I'm going to show you the Spidey cover. Listen, we didn't get the Spidey cover. We went, there it is. The Javier Garrón cover. That is the cover we went in on. First appearances on this cover. First appearances in this book. Writer Jason Aaron, artist, cover artist Javier Garrón. The Legend of Reno Phoenix and the Star Brand Kid. Who? Wait, what? Phoenix and Star Brand? The Legend of Reno Phoenix and the Star Brand Kid. Never heard of them before until now. First appearances. The Avengers' journey through time brings them to the Old West, where they cross paths with a couple of history's mightiest heroes, whose 6 guns are loaded with the greatest powers of the heavens. But is that enough to force a showdown with the forces of Mephisto? Or will the Avengers be lost in time forever? The Legend of Reno Phoenix and the Star Brand Kid. Got trucks driving down the street, I see. We like to sit here and chill with the window open, enjoy the morning. So if you guys, the mic is picking that up, I apologize. Avengers number 59, key book. Do not leave it on the table. Captain America. Listen, we told you Captain America, Center of Liberty number 1 was a book you should have. It is a book you should have. So Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty number 3 is even more of a book you should have. Why? Okay, so the B cover is dope. I mean dope. This is a dope cover. This is by Simone Bianchi. This is a dope cover. If you like covers, if you like cool wall pieces, this is the book for you. But if you like Spec, if you like first appearances, if you like first cover appearances, Captain America, Central Liberty, number 3, cover A, there's your cover appearance of a first appearance of a new character. Tells us, this is why when you're speccing, retailers who are ordering books, many times, I'm always telling you, you should be opening up and you should be reading these synopses. You should be looking at the previews. Oftentimes, they tell you, they give you the information. Look at the cover. Boom. There he is. Oftentimes, they give you the information. This is the Carmen Carnero cover, written by Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing. Cover artist Carmen Carnero. Peep the synopsis. Steve Rogers tracks the mysterious organization known only as the Outer Circle to a lab in the heart of a volcano, where the original creator of the shield left behind a dire message. But the Outer Circle isn't going to let the information go without a fight. Who or what is the redacted? And will Steve survive long enough to find out? Meanwhile, Bucky Barnes finds himself in a high-stakes battle with none other than the Dryad herself, Peggy Carter. What's happening here? What you mean the Dryad herself, Peggy Carter? Who or what is the redacted? What and who is this on the cover? Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty, number 3. Key book. That's how we're going to do that there. Key book. Ghost Rider Vengeance Forever, number 1. It's happening again. If y'all remember, Fortnite X Zero War dropped a couple months ago. Diamond did a special limited to 3,000 copy issue of that book. They're doing it again. They will be doing it several times this year because they're celebrating some sort of anniversary. So, and as such, they are dropping limited covers, covers with limited quantities. This is Ghost Rider Vengeance Forever, number 1, first appearances in this book. However, we are also getting a Vengeance Forever PX Diamond Comics 40th anniversary Larraz variant, limited to 4,000 copies. Allocations may occur. Out of stock. This is the Red Circle. Y'all never seen this one yet. This is one I haven't been able to show you yet. The Red Circle. Out of stock. It's gone. There's no back order. No more are coming in. Limited to 4,000. It is already gone. This is the Pepe Larraz Only 4,000 of these things. Allocations may occur. Everybody's probably getting allocated, just like they did with the Fortnite Zero War, Fortnite X Zero War, Miles Morales cover. And Diamond is going to continue to do this for the rest of the year to celebrate their 40th select books. I believe the next book is Alien. So I believe they're also growing in quantities progressively. Miles Morales had 3,000 copies. This has 4,000 copies. Alien is projected to be limited to 5,000 copies. So yes, call your people. Tell them, listen, did you get the PX? Are you only ordering from Penguin? Did you not know that Diamond had a retailer variant limited to 4,000 copies? Here is the Kubert cover. This is by Adam Kubert. This is Ghost Rider Vengeance Forever #1. Love this cover, by the way. Ghost Rider Vengeance Forever #1, Adam Kubert. Here is the Pepe Larraz cover. Ghost Rider Vengeance Forever #1. And then you have your standard Bjorn Barons cover. That's the best cover, by the way. Crazy good. So then, written by Ben Percy, artist Juan Jose Rip, cover artist Bjorn Barons. Celebrating 50 years of vengeance, Johnny Blaze, still reeling from his time in Hayden Falls, sinks the counsel of a seer named Necro the Tattooist. First appearance of Necro the Tattooist, who uses his needle to bring dark truths to the surface. What follows is not only a wild tour through Ghost Rider's lost history, but also a warning about the future and an examination of the troubling weight of legacy. First appearance of Necro the Tattooist in this book. There is a version of this book limited to 4,000 copies. It will be allocated. It's gonna be allocated. I know I'm gonna get allocated because I ordered like 100 copies. I'm not getting 100 copies of this book, but I ordered heavy so that I could at least get some of them. There's that. That means I'll probably get 6. I don't know. I ordered 50 Zero Night, 50 of them joints. I got 3, 2, something like that. So, I mean, I'll probably get, same 5 or 6. Hopefully. That having been said, Necro the Tattooist, first appearance. There's that. We're moving on in Marvel. Iron Cat #1. We like Iron Cat. We like what Jed MacKay is doing on this thing. We really like how Jed MacKay took a character that inherently, like, come on, Iron Cat, is this what we're doing? However, Jed MacKay made this thing so much fun. Such a dope book. This is Iron Cat #1. You're getting a new cover featuring Iron Cat versus the Black Cat. This is the second print. It went back to print. Jed MacKay is the writer. Artist, cover artist, Pere Perez. So the Iron Cat armor made his first appearance in Black Cat #11, but both Black Cat and Iron Man thought that was the last they would see of it. Felicia is surprised to see the armor again. You can imagine how furious Tony is. There's someone new in the Iron Cat armor, and they have a plan that will put them in the crosshairs of all the heroes of the Marvel Universe. Both Iron Man and Black Cat's secrets and mistakes are going to come back to haunt them, and it's going to get rough. Don't miss this fantastic new miniseries starring Tamara Spectacular Spider-Man Annual #4 Blake as the Iron Cat. That is Iron Cat #1, second print. Star Wars Bounty Hunters #26. There is, unless you're collecting Star Wars Bounty Hunters, again, key spec stream. That's what we do. Unless you are collecting Star Wars Bounty Hunters because you like to read the book, what have you, you only want one cover. You want cover number C, the Sprouse Choose Your Destiny. First cover appearance of Reva. Lover or hater, here she is. Collect for investment. If you collect for spec, you got to open up your heart and get that hate out. You want to make sure. Listen. They hated Miles Morales. I'm telling you. They hated Kamala Khan. I'm telling you. If you let somebody convince you not to invest in the books you should be investing in because of some stupid, my opinion doesn't matter about Reva. I wasn't a fan. I'm getting this book. I'm going to pay 25% off cover and throw it in a box and forget about it. I'm getting a couple copies of this book. I don't even need to read the synopsis for this book. Reva, Choose Your Destiny, first appearance anywhere in a comic on this cover. Enough said. Let us move along. So then, we have another Star Wars book. Star Wars, The Mandalorian, number 1 is New Comic Book Day this week. So I don't want to spoil anything for you, but if you watch the television series, you know. Cameo appearance in number 1. Tons of first appearances in number 1. You got IG-11, you got Quill, you got Grief Karga, you got Dr. Pershing, you got Mando, you got the Armorer, you got cameo appearance of Grogu, and in this issue, Mandalorian number 2, you are going to get what they will call the first full appearance of Grogu. We got 1 in 50 copy incentives. Dope 1 in 50 right there. Really dope. Really, really dope 1 in 50, and that is by Jim Chung. We got a 1 in 25 copy incentive, and that is by Salvador LaRocca. And then we have your concept art variant. Followed by your cover B, which is by Kamen Kohli, featuring some of the Jawas. Yeah, I remember what happened in that episode. And then cover A, which is the header for this show. And cover A is looking really dope, by the way. Is that possibly a first cover appearance of the Armorer? Let's blow this joint up. Could that be a first cover appearance of the Armorer ever, anywhere on that cover A? I think so. I'm just throwing that out there. I think we just got a first cover appearance of the Armorer. You heard it here first at Comic Sense. No one else is saying first cover appearance of the Armorer. Comic Sense is telling you that clearly looks like the Armorer on that cover. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. So then, writer by Rodney Barnes, not really. Artist Jorge Jonti and cover artist Kari Andrews. Battle with the beastly Mudhorn. Having tracked down a valuable quarry, the Mandalorian must now contend with thieving bandits. Will the Mandalorian battle it out with the Jawas, or is an alliance in the cards? This is the Mandalorian number 2. You know you're going to get the first full appearance of Grogu. That's what they're going to consider it. I like to call this, I feel like this is the first cover appearance of the Armorer. I'm just saying. So there's that. We have another book from Marvel, X-Men Legends number 1. I like this book. I think you should like this book. X-Men completionists out there, this is the book for you. This is X-Men Legends number 1. Couple cool covers. Just want to make sure I get the right one because there's tons of X-Men Legends. This is the one that I'm looking for down here. There's a 1 in 25 copy incentive. Wolverine versus the Hulk, throwback to Hulk 181. That is Wolverine versus the Hulk by Nico Henrichen. And then we have the Dan Jurgens Wolverine, old school Wolverine Beast cover. And then we have the best cover, in my opinion, the throwback Nick Bradshaw cover. And let's talk about this book and why I think if you are an X-Men completionist, you want this book. So it is written by Roy Thomas. Welcome back, Roy. Artist Gerardo Sandoval and cover artist Nick Bradshaw. An all-new tale set before Giant Size X-Men number 1. Before Giant Size X-Men brought Storm, Wolverine, Colossus, Nightcrawler, and Thunderbird to the team, Roy Thomas redefined the Mirror Mutants in 2 seminal runs on the book. Now, Roy, at long last, returns to the saga of the X-Men to take us through the period between his run in Giant Size X-Men, for the first time detailing Wolverine's government missions before his recruitments by Professor X, including unrevealed detail on his battle with the Green Goliath in Hulk 181-182, an untold episode involving Beast, and a host of missing mutants and the secret behind Wolverine's costume. Kicking off an all-new volume of X-Men Legends by a host of legendary creators, this is but the first story in a run of new in-continuity tales covering the length and breadth of X-Men history from the early eras to the fan-favorite latter-day sagas. Face front, true believers. These are the missing links you've been looking for. X-Men Legends #1. As an X-Men guy, I am excited for this book. I'm excited for this particular new comic book day coming up in 3 weeks. Very, very, very dope books. And recap really quickly, you're going to want the Marvel books. You're going to want Amazing Spider-Man #7, first appearance of new costume. Avengers 59. Reno Phoenix and the Starbrand Kid. What are we doing? Captain America Sentinel of Liberty. What is the Redacted? Dryad Peggy Carter. What are we talking about? Haven't heard these names before. Ghost Rider, Vengeance Forever. You have the first appearance of a tattooist with powers, tattoo powers, and you have a book that will be allocated, limited to 1,000, a PX Diamond exclusive variant cover. Iron Cat #1, second print. You want the second print. Star Wars Bounty Hunters 26. Reva is getting a Sprouse. Sprouse is doing a Reva cover. You want it. Star Wars Mandalorian #2. You're going to get the first full appearance of Grogu. That's what they're going to call it. However, you're going to get, in my opinion, what clearly looks like the first cover appearance of the Armorer, a very popular with these characters before Giant Size X-Men. Find out in X-Men Legends #1. All of the Image books. Closet #3. Dead Lucky #1. Massive Verse. Kyle Higgins, do not leave the Massive Verse on the table. 8 Billion Genies #1. Second print. Things going crazy. Do you really want to pass up on the second print of 8 Billion Genies #1? Golden Rage #1. Loving this book. Grannies on Galapagos Island doing gangbang stuff while making, I don't mean what you think I mean. I mean, they got beef. That's what I mean. Just kid show. So they got beef on an island because they're sent there because society no longer wants its old people. Grannies on the island, they're making pies, they're knitting, they're playing bridge, and they're popping each other. Golden Rage. True Cult seems like an interesting book. Survival Street from Dark Horse. Sesame Street in post-apocalyptic America. Once in Future, always dope. Grimm #1, second print. Stop it. We do a fourth print. Stop it. Do we got to talk about this? Do we have to talk about Grimm #1, fourth print, and why you shouldn't leave it on the table? Sacrament from AWA. You want all the AWA books. Vineyard from Aftershock. Elves. Tons of dope books dropping. Many of them back order, out of stock. Call up your local comic shop. Knock on their door. Walk into your local comic shop. Tell them, yo, bruh, you got copies of this coming in? Can I get this thrown on my pull list? I was watching Comic Sense on YouTube. Like, subscribe to Comic Sense on YouTube. Or I was chilling, having my coffee on Tuesday morning, watching Comic Sense on Facebook. Like the Facebook group. Follow the Facebook group, the page, join the group. And they was kicking it about a book called Elves, and they showed me a diamond that was back order out of stock. So I'm just hoping you're one of the reasons why it is back order out of stock, because you typed in some numbers and you ordered that book and I could have it added to my pull list. Or Vineyard, which was back ordered out of stock and has 1 in 15 from Aftershock. I was hoping you're one of the reasons why Vineyard is back order out of stock and I want to add it to my pull list. Grimm #1, fourth print, which is gone. I know when you walk up in your comic shop, they know what time it is, and they have ordered Grimm #1, fourth print. Tell them you want it reserved. You want to put on your pull list. Any of these books, Avengers #59, walk up in and be like, yo, did you know we're going to get the first appearance of Reno Phoenix and the Starbrand Kid in Avengers #59? Hope you ordered Avengers #59 because I wanted to add it to my pull list. They're going to run back and still available. Captain America Sentinel of Liberty #3, cover appearance. Wait till people find out. You heard it here first. Star Wars Bounty Hunter, Mandalorian #2, first cover appearance of the Armorer. Why did they do that? Want to give us another gift? You heard it at Comic Sense first. Promise you. I promise you, no one else is out there saying Star Wars Mandalorian #2 covers the first cover appearance of the armor. They're not saying it. We're saying it here. So yeah, that's what it is. A lot of dope stuff coming 3 weeks from now. That was the FOC 47/11/2022 4 comics releasing 3 weeks from now. As y'all know, peep the scroll at the bottom of the screen. Like and follow Comic Sense on Facebook and join our Comic Sense Facebook group. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe to the page. This means go to YouTube, find a video, click thumbs up or thumbs down, what have you. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Tons and tons and tons of content coming. We already went over the recap. If you forget anything, the video will be on YouTube. You can find the video on our Facebook page. You can go back through it. You can take some notes. Make sure. I would take a little notepad and I'll be like, okay, coming out in 3 weeks. I'd write the date down for New Comic Book Day. These are the things I am definitely looking for. That's what it is. So then, this has been Final Order Cutoff Uncanny Spec, otherwise known as Focus. I am Issue X.